Most men who say they're too busy to train are actually wasting more time than anyone else. And the problem isn't time, it's fragmentation. Men often believe they need more time in the day, and I get it as someone who's super productive. And let me just tell you, I only work with men, so I'm hearing this all the time. But here's the real constraint. It's not the time in the day, it's decision fatigue. Lately, I've been literally tracking every 30 minutes of my day and tallying what it is that I'm doing versus not doing, and I'm able to look at it over the course of the week and see how much of that time was actually being productive versus just doing what I think I should be doing, or busy work. And I only started doing this because I noticed that as I was getting more clients, having more workload, having a bigger team, I needed to be more efficient with my time and not just running after everything and putting out fires and not really moving the needle the way I wanted to. So I had to come up with this mechanism. Now here's the thing most people don't talk about. Every single decision you make utilizes cognitive function. Think of it like a battery. Every day you have your phone, you start at 100%. At the end of the day, you're closer to 30, 20, 10%. That is the same kind of aspect that your brain goes through, which is why most people make the worst decisions at night. You start drinking, you might, I don't want to go into your personal life with like dating or whatever, but at night is when people make decisions that maybe doesn't 100% align with what they want to be doing. Like, you ever been to the club late and it's like, oh, it's about 3 a.m., 4 a.m., you just picking whatever you can get. Your decision fatigue has hit its limit. So then you don't even want them to turn the lights on, but that's a whole nother conversation. But for the typical situation, you're busy, you have work, maybe family, you got kids. The things that you're commonly thinking about is, what should I eat? Should I train? When should I go to sleep? And you're really trying to manage all of that consistently throughout the days, weeks, months, and years. And I know what that can be like, because without a structure, your day becomes constant negotiation, constantly weighing one thing versus another, and that can be mentally exhausting. And so check out this framework. There are typically 3 types of schedules. You have reactive schedules, you have negotiated schedules, and then you have structured schedules. Most men live in the first 2, and high performers live in the third. You really got to sometimes slow down and just look at things objectively. Where are you at currently, and where do you want to be? Are you finding yourself reacting to things as they come up? Like, I'm hungry now, but what do I need to eat, right? Then there's the negotiated schedules, right? You have choosing between one thing and the other. For example, like the gym. I haven't worked out in a few days. Should I go? Should I not go? Or what I used to do, I'm sore in my chest. Should I still work out, or should I just do something else? That's negotiating, right? You're not actually sticking to a structure which is mapped out for you, right? So a lot of my clients, they have their workouts that they need to do. They have the meals that they're gonna have, and it's usually already outlined, and it's usually already planned out in advance. So that way there's really no decisions being made. You either go to the fridge and take out the food that's there for you, you do the workout that's outlined for you, and everything is structured. And here's the thing, most people already have some sort of awareness of it, which is good, because I always tell people awareness is the first step before you can make any change or take any action. However, there's a brutal realization that comes with this whole process of awareness. You can know what needs to be done and still fail at executing at it. And if you're wondering why, it's because structure requires standards. Standards are typically easier to maintain if they're reinforced by their environment. And that's why I'm always saying the phrase, raise the bar, raise your standard, because regardless of where you're at, there are levels above where you're at. Most of these videos are really me talking to me, because if you guys aren't aware, I'm very spiritually aware and emotionally sensitive, but it's really more about me being empathetic and having a pretty good understanding, because I've been talking to so many people so long. I can see myself in your shoes, in your situation, and not to get too woo-woo, but that's a part of my meditation, so I'm not just tied to my egotistical self. And the way I see it is, we all have different levels of consciousness, right? And it's really awareness. Now, At the highest form of awareness, let's just call it God, for example, right? At the lowest form of awareness, let's call it a rock, for example. And there's a full spectrum in between. You got humans at the top, you got maybe animals below, you have, plant life and everything else. And so understanding of it is that we are all of the same one consciousness. Now let's take it a step further. I like to use the analogy of the ocean. The ocean is God. We are the cup of water, right? That doesn't mean that we are separate from God. We are of the same essence, just at different magnitude or degree. And so when I'm talking to you guys, and I really feel like I'm talking to myself, so it's really like a cathartic healing kind of thing that I'm able to help you guys get in better shape, because I know it's really helping me to further understand myself. So really specific, I have a coach. I have a business coach, I have a nutrition coach, I have a posing coach, because I believe in coaching. I know the benefit that comes with it. And what I realized is this main thing. Everything I thought I was doing right, my coach showed me I was down here in the kiddie pool and I need to go up to the ocean. There's levels. So when I'm saying that, I say that to say I understand and I overstand where you're coming from in regards to feeling like you don't have enough time, feeling like you're already doing everything that you can. And I'm just here to remind you that there's levels, there's opportunities that you can be improving upon. And to tie it back to what I was saying earlier about me tracking every 30 minutes, that is a recommendation from my coach, because I said I want to have as high productivity as possible. So if you actually want the tracker, just comment tracker down below and you can have your own copy. And the thing that tracker revealed the most to me is actually I'm pretty damn productive. I thought I could be more productive, but it's not about just being productive, but more about being efficient. They are two separate things. Being productive is getting stuff done. Being efficient is using your time properly. So, for example, I think I referenced it. I was just putting out fires, distracting myself, fragmenting my brain from focusing on one thing to another thing instead of just having isolated blocks of productivity. That is more efficient because I'm getting more done at a higher quality. Like I did a test with someone and they were saying, can you say your ABCs, right? Of course. Then now they said, how fast can you do it? Cool, I did it in like 7 seconds, ABCD, right? I was running through it. And it said, okay, can you count numbers 1 through 25? How fast can you do it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? You could just blow through it. But can you say A1, B2, C3 and do them both? Now you're fragmenting your brain because you can't really do two things at once effectively. So before I go down another rabbit hole, let me just bring it back to you guys and say, if you're serious about rebuilding your structure, if you want to start protecting your time, and in my opinion, your time is the most important variable, the most valuable asset that you have. And if you align with, agree, and can see yourself taking your time and your expression with your time to the next level, if you want a system that removes guesswork entirely, I invite you to click on the link down below. If you liked a video like this, I have more. Check out the other videos and don't hesitate to reach out to me on Instagram if you have any questions. I am here to be of service to you, to make my 12 now years of coaching experience in a convenient, palatable way that you can get the most benefit possible. That way, you can stop saying you don't have enough time and learn how to still be productive with your time, even with everything going on. Because how powerful would that be if nothing else changed and you were still able to get your physique, your health, and your overall wellness to where you want it to be? Because in my head, that's a win. If that sounds good to you, let's raise the bar.